brightening up with every second now, so we expect that these two teams will give us some entertainment here in Cardiff very shortly.
Yeah, when I was out doing the toss, I got a little bit worried. There was a spot or two of rain, but it went away very quickly.
So we're ready then for final warm-up action of this tournament before we get the real business going on Friday at Edgbaston in England. We went down to Australia a couple of days back in the warm-up game the same day that India were comfortable against the West Indies. They're two teams that fresh off that bilateral series where England getting the job done under Charlie Dean, who has led with distinction in the absence of Nat Sivabrant, but they'd welcome their regular captain back and a player of high quality. Match officials, all the female lineup of ICC match officials that will oversee proceedings right through the tournament. Candice Laborde from the Caribbean. Kim Cotton, her partner. Right, this is interesting. Now, India chose to bowl first, and as was the case in the game against the West Indies, Shefali Verma bowled the first over. Now we're seeing that twice in two warm-up games. So whether this is now very realistic plan that the Indian team is considering, given their likely 11 mat is one that might see just the 5 specialist bowlers. So perhaps Shefali over number 1 is more than just a warm-up experiment. As Amy Jones readies to face up with a slip in place. Push for 2. We saw a lot of 2s, especially when you hit it square. So Amy Jones in England are underway with a couple.
That's the big part of the ground. Plenty of 2s out there. From England's point of view, they want a much better start than they got against Australia. 19 for 3 they were, and that really handcuffed them in the innings.
She's a tricks, Shefali. Has worked on the carom ball. It's away from the right-hander. That's one thing that she'll have to work on. If this is a role that she's been assigned, I'm sure she'll be up for it. You bowl the first over. The thing you want to do is be accurate. No free boundary options for a batter that's also just taking a ball or two to understand what the surface is doing. It's a good start, this. Couple of dot balls. Follow the 2. And might be interested in more than one here. They're going to take fielder on. Krantikot's got a good arm. They're safely back for another 2.
A bit of width there. There's no fielder out on the boundary on the offside, but he's just wanted to win the spin. Want to go against it.
That is sweet from Amy Jones. In a win, and she bounced on it. First boundary of the innings.
Well, this time she took the width on offer. Just a bit fuller as well, wasn't it, than the previous delivery? And it was pushed through quickly. Once she beat the infield here at Cardiff, it is going to race away, even though we've had a bit of rain. A quicker ball, you can see. Pushed it through.
Just adjusted the line slightly, but England will take that. 9 of the first over.
Let's remind you of the two groups that we're going to have when the World Cup starts on Friday. Group A, that's a tough one, isn't it? Australia, India, South Africa, all in that group alongside Bangladesh, Netherlands playing their first tournament, and Pakistan, England, the champions New Zealand, Ireland, Scotland, Sri Lanka, and West Indies. You would say on paper, Group B does look a little bit easier, but we know cricket is not played on paper, it's played on grass. And the West Indies, of course, knocked England out of the previous T20 World Cup. England would have fancied going through in the group, lost to Indies, didn't go through to the knockout stage.
I'm going to challenge that call of yours in a moment. Renuka Singh Thakur will roll with the new ball this time. Look to get some swing. There is some swing, but it's just helped on its way in fine fashion from Amy Jones.
Bit of a freebie, really. Jones's eyes would have lit up when she got this one. Swinging down the leg side, perfect length to pick up into the gap. Trick really for an opening batter earlier in their innings.
I must say, man, this is an important game for Renuka Singh Thakur. Not sure she's a lock in yet, in spite of all her experience and her skill set being conducive to success conditions here in England. Just the way she's running in, how accurate she is, the control she can exercise. I think these are all points that they're making. I know that this team is so tempted to try and fit Nandini Sharma and Arundhati Reddy in an 11. That'll help. She wants to be. You'll get a single. Kabatia not down but couldn't prevent the one. Yeah, coming back to those groups.
Challenge me.
I think it's the story of both groups is unique, and in Group A, you know that it'll not likely, with no disrespect to the other teams, come down to 2 out of India, Australia, and South Africa. Group B, I think we might get more entertaining fixtures right through the group phase there. If you want any further evidence, Scotland getting the better of Pakistan, Ireland beating Bangladesh. Therefore, might see England and New Zealand more of a scare consistently through the group. I still think we pick those teams, right, to go through, but I think it'll be entertaining, to say the least. Ireland as well.
Yeah, I think Ireland and Scotland might surprise a few. You look at their warm-up results, particularly Ireland. It's going to be wide. Just not quite able to control the swing in this first over. There is plenty of it out there for Renuka. Yeah, but obviously, you look at those. Group A, 3 massive sides in there, and one of them will miss out. And, you know, if England had to choose, still got to do the job. I'm sure they would rather, and New Zealand would rather be on the other side.
It's a great format though, because when you have to pick a top 2 out of 5, it starts playing so many various factors as the tournament will go on now. Even if India, the earmark, yep, Australia and South Africa are our key fixtures. Australia and South Africa would do the same. What it also does do is you start emphasizing what you can maximize from other results. What if it comes down to net run rate? What if we find the odd washout? When you start taking your eye off the ball even so slightly, ever so slightly, who knows will topple you on your day. You start thinking of, okay, we've got to beat Bangladesh by this much, or the Netherlands by this much. Those are not teams that'll be pushovers. I think we're struggling a little bit with her line in this opening over. Start just outside the off stump, bringing the stumps into play. That's when Renuka is at her most dangerous best. She's challenging the inside edge of the bat and attacking the pads for the LBW. Better, a bit too full. It's well played actually. It'll be at least 2. Off to a positive start. Our England 18 without loss after 2.
promotion scheme. It's a major trade stake in manufacturing green and industrial
Massive event this, isn't it? And you can watch it wherever you are in the world. Hello to everyone who's watching places like India, Australia, Pakistan, Middle East, North Africa, Bangladesh. Everywhere, Sri Lanka, Singapore, wherever you are. Great to see this tournament available. So many different nations. There's Latin America.
Got a couple of friends on a trip to Antarctica during the World Cup, so as long as they get hands on some internet, ICC.tv.
That's right, yeah, I don't think there's a broadcaster out there. ICC.tv. If you're in Antarctica and you're listening. Or the Arctic. Antigua. A bit expensive in the first warm-up game, so it will be a bit better today.
Oh, great attempt. That fielder was there for exactly that ball and that shot. Yastika Bhatia often has the gloves on. It's not the worst outfielder, but let's have a look at whether this carried.
Definitely carried. And I would say should have been taken. She dove forward and then almost got it on the rebound, but dove forward a bit too much. Could have just stayed where she was, it would have carried.
Fielding could prove to be decisive. What's being bid up as a close tournament. India seriously hope that they're catching. It's on point. Yeah, there's a regulation chance. It's got her back towards us, quite the extent to which the ball made its way to Yastika Bhatia was a genuine chance in one sheet. Disappointed at grassing. Thought about the second, then turn back. In the series win for India last year, Matt, here in England, in a historic series win in both the ODIs and the T20s. Both captains, Nancy Brunt, the first to admit that the difference between the two sides was the field. India had outfielded, outfought England in England.
Danny Whitehold's area, isn't it? That's why they've got protection just behind square and the boundary on the offside. Very strong through that offside. You can go up and over as well. Disappointed, I think, with the shot she played against Australia. The straight ball looked a bit better than it was. Old middle stump.
Time management.
She's improved on Kranti Gaur as a new ball bowler.
Time management किसको बोलते हैं?
So I think she's genuinely one who's
अपना काम
most threatening when she pitches it up. That's what you're trying to avoid doing. Straight boundaries here. A new ball. Still think she can mix it up a little more. Try and get it nice and full. And go Yonka. That's good from Kranti. Just 3 of her first over. 21 without loss.
Reasoning should be short and precise.
Shefali over number 1, Renuka second, and Kranti Gaur the third. After the strike. It's the 4 balls so far for Danny Whiteholdge. She's on strike now. Renuka just started getting her radar right towards the end of previous over.
Called the job description. After receiving interview call, what is the next step? Apply application letter, prepare the resume, appear at the interview. Choose a suitable WH road code and display.
A bit lucky there, that was a bit of a heave. Whiteholdge lost her shape. Actually, that's why I think Renika Singh Thakur is a valuable option in these conditions, because in England, you've seen quite a bit of swing already, haven't we? With the white ball. Predict your swing in the first over. She didn't get her line right. I do think in these conditions she could be really valuable.
पीसर का क्या उपयोग है? लकड़ी में से कील निकालना। लकड़ी में से कील
Crisp from Amy Jones. It's an excellent shot for 4.
Beautiful timing here. Just caress this. Comes got the whip, no swing on this occasion. That is sweet timing, isn't it? Raced away. Adri's in, but it had been all the way to the pavilion, which would have been a huge distance. It still would have gone for 4. Well, feels like the swing is just dried up in the last couple of balls, and that is the problem, I guess, with Renika.
Yeah, and she'd much rather bowl to Danny White-Hodge. She's a bigger threat. Probably inside the line against one from Kim Garth in the last warm-up game, and she does leave a gap between bat and pad. Value is known, Matt. It's, I guess, challenge of whether she's only a power play specialist. Excellent delivery, really good and given. Perfect line from Renuka, and Danny White-Hodge nicks one to the keeper. Sharp catch as well.
Well, if she can bowl delivery like that consistently, she's going to be a real force. That nicked away. Instantly, she's going to be a real force. That nipped away. Angled in, nipped away. Excellent delivery, really is. Slightly open face from Danny White-Hodge, but you've got to give the bowler credit there. And a good catch behind the stumps. You have the breakthrough. White-Hodge gone for 3, 27 for 1.
बापू जी ने कहा था आराम आराम होता है।
England captain out in the middle. Shiva Brunt just returning from a lengthy layoff to a calf injury. Have a lot of time in the middle against Australia. One from Alana King that skipped past her defence. She starts in a fabulous manner. It's a positive shot. It was an easy one, but she cashed in, did Shiva Brunt.
Almost a carbon copy of Amy Jones's boundary earlier in the over. This one makes it a bit shorter. Doesn't try to overhit, just hits the gap, opens the blade slightly. Also raced away.
It's a dream first ball to get. Much better. Successful over for Renuka, but still 10 off. England 31 for 1.
Over, wasn't it? A couple of really loose deliveries. And in there, an absolute jaffa, which we'll show you in a moment. Let's have a look at that. Just knew straight away she'd nick that.
Good catch from Richa Ghosh. Just standing up to the new ball bowler never easy. Especially someone like Vinuka who does get the ball to move, as you point out, Matt. Keeping's improved. An excellent season for RCB behind the stumps where the most impressive part was her standing up to the seamers and the quicks. That's interesting. I thought Kranti Gaur was getting ready to bowl a second. Harmanpreet Kaur has changed her mind. She's decided to go to Sri Charni. It's been a standout spinner for this Indian side and particularly impressive in conditions here in England. Fielder got something on it. It'll only be a single.
Sri Charni only bowled 2 overs against the West Indies, so she's thinking try and get the full quota or 3 out of her today. Some more overs in her legs. Siva Brunt needs some time at the crease. Only 7 balls she faced against Australia. The first innings since getting injured in a domestic one-day match, April the 29th. She could really do with a hit here.
I think it's also prompted by Siva Brunt's presence. He's throwing the ball to the spinner inside the power play. Fine player of spin, that's Siva Brunt. Don't get me wrong, but just on her way back, trying to find her best form. Love a little pace on the ball like she did on that first delivery. Gives herself some room. Can't pierce the gap.
Slightly intent.
Point out intent, she's trying to make something happen, get off the blocks quickly, but after that boundary of the first ball, it's been 5 dot balls for Siva Brunt, so this is good from Sri Charni, just varying her pace and the line. This one was fired in towards the stumps, this one was much slower, push the line away from the off stump. And this time fired it towards leg stump, went uppish for a little while. Only a single of the 5th over. England 32 for 1.
Hello. Huh? Huh? Right? What did you do?
Just one of the power play. England have lost Danny Whitehatch. David Jones, 23 from 17. The captain, Karuna Kapoor, quite correctly says, needs some time in the middle. Kranti will bowl that final over. Starts well. Tash Farrant alongside me. Morning, Tash. You made it the first 5 overs.
Yeah, morning, Daggers. Nice to see the sun back out here at Cardiff. I just feel Shefali Verma bowling the first over for India. Just not quite sure that's setting the tone. I see what they're trying to do. Trying to sneak one in. But actually, I'm just not quite sure that is going to set the tone for the team. She went for 9 in that first over. She's a part-time off spinner. She is probably going to have to bowl some overs for this Indian side, who are a little bit light on that bowling. Yeah, for me, I'm just not quite sure she's your opening bowler.
Couldn't agree more. I'm going to ask the question, who would you really like to face in the first over? in a power play.
ए कंट्रोल दे इकडे बैठ तो कस्टमर स्टॉप कस्टमर
Spinning off spinners.
कंट्रोल दे
वाइट चेंजर लाउनु ना
Pivots.
वाइट चेंजर लाउनु ना आफा और
Allowing
बियाका
hitters
दियाला
to
कते
get
होइन
wide in a little bit.
वाइट चेंजर लाउनु छैन
I think you've got, as a captain, you've got to ask the question, who do batters
गार हुन्छ
want?
वाइट चेंजर लाउनु होइन भोसडी क्या
For me, it will be the swinging ball of this
ए
particular
कंट्रोल दे
instance.
मार तो बोलू मी
Nuka or Granty Gavin, and also
मला
you've
लुक
got
दे
one
बैठ तो मी
rather Hasima's. See if they can get some movement with it.
And also, a pretty dry surface as well. This pitch has been used quite a lot over the last couple of weeks or so. So actually, if you're going to get any movement, it's
ऐसा
only going to
अटैक
be in
तो
those
थोड़ा
first
लास्ट
couple
वाला
of
फ्लैग
overs as
ऐसे
well.
चल
And
रहा
see the spin doing the bulk of the work in
मारो
those middle
अटैक तो मार
overs.
सारा लास्ट
You
वाला फ्लैग
seamers,
ऐसे
you want to have that fresh new ball, don't you? And you don't
Oh,
spin. For some reason, they always scuff up the shiny side that you want.
well,
So
just a ball
yeah, for
by-
me, maybe we're a little bit biased, Daggers, but
No,
seam up top.
I agree. Spinners just ruined the ball. And they make a big show of trying to shine this up. No, no. Flicked away, nicely done by Amy Jones. You could see that Cranty was trying to follow her. So it was the right idea. But Jones swiftly on just to tickle it away. Brings up 4.
A little loose from Cranty Gould. Actually, I like how Amy Jones, she does struggle on her pads, but not that delivery. That was pretty easy, just going down the leg side. But actually, previous deliveries in particular, she has struggled against Renuka. Just seems like she has been working, trying to play with a straight bat when it comes into the pads as long as possible.
That's better. She bowled nicely today, actually, Cranty. Albeit that little loose one, but you could see what she was trying to do when she saw Jones move outside of the leg stump. I think India overall, though, will be actually quite pleased with this power play. Just 38 for 1. It's not an hugely expensive start from England. Manoeuvred. A little bit of bottom hand by 7 runs. It'll bring her a single and conclude the power play. So 7 runs coming from it, 6 overs gone, the power play is done. England 39 for 1, and it's time to have a drink.
हेलो अभी ये कैसे नेट चल रहा है क्या बोले बोले तेरा इस बार आईडी 30,000 है जितनी को स्टार्ट है ना मैं तो कुछ मैच मीडिया जा रहा है यानी कॉफी कॉफी नहीं आप
कैसे मुन्ना तेरे को
कॉफी
मुन्ना कैसे मुन्ना
कस्टमर
हाँ कैसे तेरे को कैसे हाँ ऐसा गाड़ से
सर कॉफी बना Hey, थांबी मैं एक बार रिक्वेस्ट वाटला तो मग कंप्लेंट दो कस्टमर तुमच्या कस्टमर आहे थांब आता मला कस्टमर कोण कोण खेळणार आहे असं का लुगड्याला मारतो तुम्ही किती पुरा असू दे पण 2 होते
Bro must go so
Eh?
क्या पाएगा बोलेगा टाइम यार कौन अरे मार
Well, everybody nicely hydrated after 6 overs of work. Not sure how much water they've lost after 6 overs. Be that as it may, England 39 for 1 and Sri will carry on. Just one in her opening over conceded. And a little bit of rain yesterday in the morning. Came down hard here in Cardiff, but brightened up throughout the afternoon. Forecast is good for the rest of the week. Leading into the weekend when it all kicks off. Already done by Siva Brunt. The aspect of her batting against spin might just win, and it does.
Yeah, nice bit of innovation there from the England skipper. She herself has said she was pretty nervous actually coming into these warm-up games. She hasn't had any cricket whatsoever after that calf injury. But just a little bit of bravery there, just to get herself going. A shot that the England players in general are very good at. If the team leaves short fine open, which India are just plugging that gap now. Now no short mid-wicket. The England batters will always be prepared to go behind the wicket. Deep cover goes back as well.
They've only got 3 out. And that's going to go for 4. I think that's a little bit of a mistake from India. They had a deep cover, deep backward square and a deep mid-wicket, but there are only 3 players on the boundary. Now Shafali Verma is going out too long on, but despite it going through backward point for 4, gotta be on your guard.
I think actually Shafali Verma's just realised there that I was in the wrong position. She just slightly goes back to long on. Like Harmanpreet Kaur sometimes can be a little bit scary out there, and you don't really want to be on the wrong side of her.
Now and again, Shafali can just fall asleep at times. And I say that in a nice way. She's got to be absolutely on it. Yeah, Nasser runs it. I think one of the best players in the world of spin. And the types of sweep that she has the sock sweep, she has the paddle sweep, she has the orthodox sweep. Depending on where those fielders are, she is able to manipulate the field so brilliantly. It's a real aspect of her game, why she's considered one of the best in the world. And that's another reason why, because you think you've got her sweep covered, but what you've not got covered is your lofted off drive. And a great way to finish, and that's Siva Brunt at her best. England 50 is up in the 7th over, 53 for 1.
Yeah, it's amazing just what a couple of balls can do for your confidence. She was pretty nervous. Didn't feel that she was in any sort of rhythm in that game on Monday against Australia. Actually, just a little bit of innovation a couple of balls previously with that paddle that you just mentioned, Daggers. Now that's the Nat Siva Brunt that I like to see when she's hitting down the ground strongly. She's such a powerful player. Looks like she's looking a little more comfortable out there.
Left arm spin for the River Taff end. From the Cathedral Road end, here comes Radi Yadav. Really good economy and strike rate. Murada can sometimes be a little bit inconsistent, but I think she's improved over the last 18 months or so. That's a nice start. Really good from Radi Yadav. Much better bowler when she's actually giving the ball a bit more air.
And she's a very good fielder as well. She'll be a little bit disappointed there, actually, that she's just let Amy Jones come up for the single. She's normally very good off her own bowling. 3 for in that last game against West Indies. Oh, that fuller length. Do you know what? That looks a little too full, but actually, to Nat Siva Brunt, that is not a bad option. Nat Silverfront, sometimes her only weakness, if it is a weakness, is that very full delivery, and she can play across it. So actually, you want to fuller Silverfront.
She got away with that. Actually, the wide is not the worst result. So long on, long off, deep mid-wicket, deep backward square. That's the arc of boundary fielders.
Decided not to go for the second there. Same daggers that Nat Silverfront is such a good player of spin, and it's the way that she uses the depth of the crease. She's so good off the back foot. That's a little nudge, but also the power that she gets off the back foot as well.
You're dead right. And there's two discernible hitting spaces from Nat Silverfront. She'll either go very, very deep in the crease, as we've just shown there, or go out and meet it. There's no halfway point. It's either going out or coming back. Nothing in the middle.
Yeah, just like that, and that's the power that she has off the back foot as well. And actually, when you see Nat Silverfront training, and she's just taking throws of spin from a coach, she actually sometimes puts a little box down, and actually she does that sort of region where you're not really going enough forward or back enough in the crease. So actually she does this little drill, but she doesn't want to play the ball in that box.
This time advancing. A tiny-ish start from Radiyeva. 6 runs coming from her first over. England 59 for 1. Well, there's no excuse for anyone around the world not to be glued to the action of this ICC Women's T20 World Cup. Right around the world, Star and Geo in India, here on Sky Sports, in the UK and the Republic of Ireland. But you can go from Australia to the Middle East to the USA. From Singapore to Malaysia to the Pacific Islands. If anybody needs me to go and check to see that it's working in the Pacific Islands, more than happy to go and check that, or in the Caribbean or Latin America. I think it's nice how I've offered my services up there.
What, are you trying to say you're not happy that you're in Cardiff, Daggers?
Delighted, but some of these things they need to check that it's being displayed. And I'm more than happy to go out to Barbados, Singapore, or wherever, just to check that everything's working nicely. Priyanka Patel. Some off spin. Of course, if any of those territories are not mentioned, you can catch it on ICC.tv. So available around the world.
Good start from Patel as well. She only played one game in that series against England, and I actually felt that England has struggled against spin, and I thought she bowled pretty well, so surprised not to see her play in that decider.
I don't know if it's that bad a policy, for going in with quite a lot of spin in this T20 World Cup. You look at England here, 61 for 1, and yes, this is a used surface. I saw you doing the pitch reports a little earlier. There's been a lot of cricket play, but it's still a decent service. It's played very nicely 2 days ago. It's nicely swept away. Will be cut off. Sri is out. Well, the Reds are achieving at the moment 7.2. It's not electric. Partnership 36 from 32 balls. Jones is only striking at 125, Silverfront at 116. So they're not getting away from India here.
They haven't really found the boundary. There are big pockets here at Cardiff. I guess that was probably the decision for Charlotte Edwards to make. Fear Dunkley. Feel that she's going to miss out. during that first game on Friday, but actually she was the one who always took the power play on. So it's just about how Jones and Danny might want to go about it now.
Has that been a little edge? I thought I heard something batty or glovey. Might have come off the foot. Michigosh alert to it. Smiles all round. Probably not. End of the 9th over, 64 for 1. And what happened here? I think that's out. Flush on the foot from a big inside edge. No DRS, of course. Yeah, that's out. That is out. Well, Nat Silverbunt has had a life there. Lovely shot. Really good shot from Amy Jones. Just made use of the crease, opened up her body and oozed it through the offside.
There's that offside play that Charlotte Edwards has called for her batters to access a little bit more. She feels that that's an area they could have improved over the last 18 months. And Amy Jones is a very leg side dominated player. 2 extra covers in place, but she manages to thread them through the middle of them. She's a really good timer of the ball, Amy Jones.
She's done it again, this time through the leg side. Really good from Amy Jones. Nicely picked up, knowing that perhaps something different might come from Radiadev after the first shot.
Yeah, I spoke to Amy Jones yesterday actually, when I was just at the ground and said, are you enjoying it back up at the top of the order? She said, well, it's better than coming in and down at number 8 when you're only focusing on deliveries. So she's really relishing being back at the top of the order. You can tell that in her batting as well.
Uppish and just beyond backward point. Going to get her 3rd consecutive boundary. Not the best at backward point. Amy Jones and Nat Silverbunt all smiles.
Yeah, these two, best of mates, and they really enjoy batting together in the middle. Amy Jones went offside, then went leg side, goes offside again. Just gets it past Trurani there.
She's going to break the streak. Jones, but she has moved past her 50 to her 50. In that half century. Good news for Jones and England being a bit of touch ahead of that first game against Sri Lanka.
Yeah, it was a big call, wasn't it? Because in that New Zealand series, she was down at number 7 or 8. It was a big call for Charlotte Edwards to make, and you feel that she really wanted Jones to bat at the top of the order in this format, and it's looking good so far.
Trying to squeeze it through the offside. A dot ball to finish. An excellent over for England. 15 runs from it. We're at the halfway stage and England is 79 for 1.
Hello.
Bit of turn. Jones, he's got some momentum into this England innings. It's over. Since they needed an over like that. That was close. Don't want to miss that. and they can kick on from here.
Dangerous player. Jones. There's one or two pundits that aren't quite convinced yet of batting at the top of the order. Might have one or two over here with us. She's a point of difference when she does foul. England thrilled that they do have middle order firepower as well.
I think the question really is not about Amy Jones herself in her batting. She's a great ball striker, but it's the options that England have seen opening the batting. A lot of people would like to see that. You see the impetus. Wyatt Hodge as well, obviously, is opening. Very experienced. You've got 4 good options. What's best for the team? 83 for 1. Know where she's going to bat. Sense though, really. And actually, she's only going at just over a run of ball, but this is what she needed. She needed time in the middle.
I think you can forgive her today for not choosing to walk. She did have that guilty look. So Shriyanka Patil. Flush off the boot. Fairness wasn't the most convincing appeal, just an inquiry.
You're right about the nervous look, actually. I noticed that straight away. Just looked very coyly back at the umpire. Wonder if we can see it here. She knew, you know as a batter when you do that, it's not hit the ground. Can't quite see it on that angle. There, yeah, had a bit of a giggle with Amy. Yeah, I did it. Bit of luck. It's in the gap, it's running away, won't go for 4. A couple for that Sivabrun.
And just highlights again the importance. Sivabrun to just spend some time in the middle. On another day. And he thought, alright, I'll help the umpires out. No reviews, the umpire in the warm-up games, but I don't think he'd be fussed about it either.
Into the gap. Almost. Beautiful Mali comes around. You can see now, Amy Jones has just gone up again. She wants to get on with it now. And why not? They've got a platform here, England. They didn't get enough against Australia. From here, and you get 180, maybe more.
And I come back to India's point of view now. Lucas it's going to be under the scanner when she's brought in this phase. She's not most effective at the time. For a number of times, the captain, whether it's Harmanpreet Kaur or Smriti Mandhana, has tried to bowl her out in games in this phase. And there's a partnership built, 60-50. How many questions can she ask?
That sounded magnificent off the bat. Picks out for Mali again. Yeah, I must say, I was expecting to see Nandini Sharma maybe once in these warm-up games. It's always try and read things into these warm-up matches. It could be that she's been saved for the first game. Pace off. Watch the spin. That's the overdone. 89 for 1.
Curious to see if this was actually pace off from Renuka, or whether it just didn't have any pace on it. It seemed to also have Amy Jones waiting for an age. It was pace off Credit. Leg cutter.
Shafali Verma opened the bowling, just the one over. He's back on in the middle overs. He's just going to carry. We'll pick up two. As you point out, Ronnie, Shafali's actually quite important bowler, really, for India in this tournament. As the sixth bowler, you can see why they're trying to get overs into her in these warm-up games. Very hard to go into a T20 match with just 5 recognised bowlers. You've got to have a sixth option, a decent option.
I think this is an important little over. I think it'll be an entertaining over. I think both batters will take Shefali on and she wouldn't mind that.
Misfield, mid-wicket, just gone in. Was hit hard. Mr. Gabatia dropped a catch earlier, let that one through.
Yeah, she is now, I think, very realistic six bowling option no matter what combination India go with. Something that was died a natural death with this Indian white ball side. It's Harmanpreet Kaur, the bowler. At one point used to be decisive. Had a golden arm and a reputation for it herself, and that role shifted to Shefali.
Struggling a little bit to get the ball in the gaps. Last few deliveries. Hitting the ball hard, these two England batters, but straight at the boundary riders. Tash and Daggers earlier were debating whether Shefali Verma should have been given the new ball, got the first over. That's fine enough, and it's going to run away for 4. First boundary for 18 balls, actually.
And the shot of a batter who's got her eye in. She's created that as a result of not being able to take down Shefali in front of square. Therefore, anticipating she'd have enough pace to work with. Ended up being just in the right slot as well to play the reverse to good effect for Amy Jones.
Bold. Kept a little bit low. Skidded through as well. And Amy Jones will be disappointed with that. Good innings nonetheless.
She's clever. Shefali, that's why she is the preferred bowling option. Just fires this one through. And perfect length. We have seen it skid off the surface here at Cardiff. It beat well-set Amy Jones for pace. Gone for 64, well played hand. The England keeper batter, England 97 for 2.
आएंगे आज 4 तक आएंगे तो कर रात में लगी कितने मंदिर लाओ माही हाँ
Ian Ford comes in at number 4 for England. Good record in T20s. I think the average will get higher as she gets older. Still very young, but been around for a while. She's 21 years old. She's away immediately, but a wicket for India in that over. 98 for 2. Did a partnership. 70 for the second wicket between Amy Jones and Navasiva Brunt. It came out of nowhere a little bit because both batters were looking pretty comfortable and had gone up a gear, particularly Amy Jones. Just wasn't expecting the extra pace. It was cleverly bowled. You can see, really fired through. Just beaten for pace, really.
Yeah, effort ball from Shefali, and cricket smarts on display, and she knows when to fire that in. Hit for a reverse sweep for 4 previous ball. With perfect follow-up delivery. Batter stranded on the crease. I think that's more her wheelhouse. Set partnership, then she has a bag of tricks. Often breaks partnerships like we saw in that last over.
Radiyada back into the attack. Expensive previous over. We just got after her, but she's gone now. So when do you think is the best time to use Shafali Verma? Is it with the new ball or in these middle overs?
There's two schools of thought. This is what the coaches and the analysts tend to come with. The first over is looked at as one of the easier overs to get away from your bowlers. And not really come up with what should be a comfortable two is. I know there's a school of thought which is a slightly more conventional school of thought. You bring in your best bowler first, our batters before they're set. Don't give them an easy over. I think it goes down entirely to how much confidence you have in the entirety of your bowling lineup. If we had the answer to what India's preferred bowling lineup is, she brought up Nandini Sharma, ma'am. I genuinely think she'll have a big role to play. I think India protecting her, not overexposing her, because she is an all-phase bowler that a lot of batters have not seen much of. She's only had one breakthrough season in the WPL. So I think they're giving themselves insurance more for Shefali to bowl one over in the power play if needed. I don't think she'll bowl the first.
Allowing her to get down the track, hit through the ball. Quick single. I think she's in. Moved around quite a lot, but she's trying things, but she hasn't quite hit a strike yet. Still just striking at 100.
Yeah, it's a batter still searching for her best form and fluency. Understandably returned from injury. One or two boundaries. Feel good about she's hitting it.
Good over this so far. Just gone for 5. To close it out though. Final delivery. Just dragging that run rate down against that wicket. Chance taken. Simple return catch for Radiyada. Just a bit of a leading edge from Alice Capsey. Bit of a soft dismissal.
That's a big wicket. Capsey, the form she's been in, this will do Radiyada's confidence a world of good. It was an over that was testing both batters, mixed it up on pace and line. Capsey caught in between. In the end, it's a nothing shot. It's just a gift back to the bowler. Didn't go through with it. Capsey's stay today is a short one. England 103 for 3. The players will take a break for drinks.
संकेत श्रेणी में चेतावनी संकेत को बैकग्राउंड कलर क्या है? सुरक्षा संकेत श्रेणी में चेतावनी अवशेष निपट टांग की वह कौन सी विधि है जो ऊष्मा उत्पन्न करती है?
लास्ट में इसमें मतलब क्या बोला तो इंग्लिश में इसमें 2 क्वेश्चन इसके
नहीं ये कुछ
नहीं आगे एक तो ये कौन सा वाला है?
Which is the waste dispose method that produce the heat?
ये होगा इंक्रीमेशन.
has just started to fall a little bit here in Cardiff. Not heavy enough to get them off just yet, but it might juice up the pitch. They're going to be coming off here. New batter. Just lost a couple of quick wickets. 97 for 1. Got to dry that ball. It's just got a little bit heavier. I think they're going to be coming off here. Brett Kemp, the new batter. Don't think she's going to face a ball. I want to keep that bat dry, Freya.
Yeah, that drizzle just got steadier and steadier. Now it's too much. Forecast for the day is actually pretty good, so I can only hope that this is a passing shower. The Welsh weather done its reputation world of good since I got here, Matt, a couple of days back with the most glorious day of cricket, even though it started in slightly overcast conditions. Ground staff have done ever so well, keep the square protected. And there was also tough weather to maintain the surface in the build-up to the first set of warm-up games, but played fine that day, played fine today. Outfield is good, so hopefully this isn't any more than just a short delay. Do have forecasts for clear skies. So in this final warm-up game, for both teams, we had 14.1 overs of play here at the Sapphire Gardens. And England, after being put into bat, on 104 for 3.
Do have some time to play with. Remember, it's a double-header day today. Second match will be Australia against the West Indies. Can always push that back slightly if need be. Due to start that second game at 3 o'clock. As Raunik said, we're not expecting this to be a particularly long shower. Some brief showers were forecast in the first half of the day, and then it's supposed to clear up just like it did on Monday, and hopefully have pure sunshine for the rest of the day. This is the situation. Early wicket for India. Wyatt Hodge dismissed by beauty from Renika Singh Thakur. Amy Jones was excellent, particularly when it was about 40 and she changed gears. She was out for 64. That was pushed through by Shafali Verma. Alice Capsey just chipped one back to Radhi Yadav. Soft dismissal for her, but the skipper is still there. Valuable time for Nat Sivabrud. She's a run of all 30. England still have 5.5 overs left.
India once again throwing the ball to Shefali Verma first up. Whether that's something we'll see in the tournament proper, time will tell. But she was successful with the key wicket of Amy Jones when she came back for a second over in the 14th of the innings. Renuka Singh Thakur providing the breakthrough early on, and Radha the wicket of Alice Capsey just before.
Well, we do anticipate that we'll be able to complete that scorecard, those bowling figures. Shouldn't be the end. They are bringing the more heavy-duty side covers out now, just unfurling them because it has got slightly heavier, which is the smart thing to do. It does train very well here. We had a lot of rain on the weekend, Sunday night into Monday, and then it was fine. Once it stopped on a Monday morning, they were able to get out there very quickly. Take a look at some of the earlier action then. First wicket to go. Wyatt Hodge, probably the ball of the day so far. Angled in by Renuka, just seamed away. Got to give bowler credit on that occasion.
And played inside the line against Australia. Most overcorrecting, just threw that one out. Just in the right area, and the most impressive aspect of that was the catch.
Yeah.
Richa Ghosh, never easy standing up. Wyatt Hodge missing out in both warm-up games. England would hope she's saved her best. Oh. Yeah, early kicks off on Friday at Edgbaston.
One major innings play from Amy Jones, who's been pushed back up to open the innings for the side. She can bat anywhere really. She spent a bit of time down the order. Looks now that she's going to be used against the new ball once again. That was an early, nice boundary to get, a bit of width she put away down the leg side, which she took advantage of as well. That was a glorious shot through square cover. She used her feet well. Took down Ruddy-Yadav in this over. Those were successive boundaries, one through the offside, then a sweep. And she really got going around this point. She got to about 40, she went up a gear until that moment. Just beat for pace.
Yeah, very strong square of the wicket. All those boundaries, the ball was full or short. Jones just latched onto it till Shefali surprised her with one just of a perfect length and kept perhaps a little bit low.
That Sivabrant is still there. Again, a very interesting passage of play, delivery. She shouldn't be there because this comes off the bat, onto the foot and straight up. For a start, very tough for the umpire to give this on field, isn't it? You need DRS. We don't have DRS in these warm-up matches, but it was a bit of luck, wasn't it? Loved her face afterwards.
Yeah, not just no DRS, no TV umpire at all. Because that was one you could have given just on those pictures, but it's a tough job umpiring. So you can understand that, and India weren't overly fast. This is a warm-up game. That Sivabrant had a wry smile at the end of it all. I just need a little more time in the middle, and if I have to ride my, why not?
It would have been a very unlucky way to get out, wouldn't it? You don't see it too often. That, apart from that, she's been quite solid, Sivabrant. That was a first ball. Well, that is a perfect ball to get first up, really, isn't it? Good battle against Sri Charani. Sri was retaining her early on, but she managed to get a couple of boundaries away, a bit of invention with that paddle, and then got a wider delivery that she cut, and then this glorious shot down the ground over mid-off. Since that moment, she's been becalmed, but I don't think she'll be too worried. It's all about time in the middle for the England skipper at the moment, playing just as a batter. She'll be desperate to get back out there, as will all of the players from both sides. Last opportunity this, last warm-up match before the tournament starts on Friday. England involved in that first game. But this is the situation right now. England put into bat by India in this T20 World Cup warm-up match in Cardiff, and they've got to 104 for 3 of 14.1 overs until we had to come off for rain.